All right, and with that, we go to our guest line to bring on our first guest today. The SU women coming off a big win inside the Dome yesterday over 15th-ranked Louisville, picking up a one-point win, dramatic fashion. De'Asia Fair knocking down a couple of free throws with just a few seconds left as Syracuse picks up the win. And we're pleased to be joined right now by one of the starting forwards on the team, as we are joined by Saniaa Wilson. If you happen to be watching us on QSportsTalk.com, you see our guest live and in person. Saniaa, congratulations on the win yesterday. Congrats on a great season so far. How are you today?
Thank you, guys. I'm doing well today. I'm very excited about what we've accomplished so far.
All right, so take us through the fourth quarter yesterday, because, Louisville's in front, and obviously it's an elite program in women's basketball, and you just saw them, a couple weeks ago, and they got you by double figures down in Kentucky. What allowed you guys to bounce back and rally from that deficit in the fourth quarter and come away with the win?
I think it started off with the momentum going into the second half. I believe we were only down 3. So we just decided to go in the locker room and make the changes that we needed to and just kind of ramp off that momentum that we already had and just keep fighting.
And it helps to have, one of the best players in the country on your side as well. De'Asia Fair, we're used to her making big shots at big times, and she did so again yesterday. When you know that you've got someone like that, I mean, it's almost like, I don't know if you watched the Super Bowl last night, but knowing you've got Patrick Mahomes on your team, right? De'Asia Fair's kind of the Patrick Mahomes for your team. How comforting is it to know that you've got her on your side and that when a big shot needs to be made, you kind of figure she'll find a way to get it done?
I think it's a good backbone to have. I think for us as a team, it also encourages us to work as hard, because if we do most of the work, then when those moments come for her, she can just hone in and do what she needs to do.
You grew up in Rochester, right? You went to Bishop Kearney. De'Asia Fair is from that area as well. She's a little bit older than you. Did your paths cross in high school at all, or did you not know her until you went to college?
Yeah, I've known Dee a good portion of my life. We actually played against each other a lot in high school. She was a great competitor then, and that just built our relationship.
Well, what kind of player was she? What kind of relationship did you guys have in high school? I mean, you were on opposing teams. Now you're on the same team. But what kind of relationship did you have in high school, and can you kind of describe her as a player back then?
Dee is I think the way she plays now kind of shows where she came from. In high school, she was a great scorer. She carried her team all throughout her career in high school. And even then, we had our times where we could play on the same team. I think the B-Candy tournaments a lot. And even AAU itself, we were able to just play together. But I think where she came from and just building that momentum, having the right people in her corner, having the right coaches to kind of amp her up, just led to the score that she is today.
Obviously she's your leader, but she's not doing it alone. I mean, this team really has a nice mix of veterans and young talent, and you are deep. I mean, we saw 9 players get time yesterday. Isabel Varejao back from injury. That's a nice addition here at the right time as you make the stretch run. Can you kind of just talk about this team in general and how it seems like it's all kind of come together for you guys this year, and you're obviously having a great year?
Yeah, I think the summer kind of showed us like the versatility that we have as a team, seeing that we have so many players that can score and so many assets that everybody kind of contributes in their own way that helps us be successful. So I think, just going into the year, it's just being able to be open and willing to grow together.
And how much of it is Felicia Leggett-Jack leading the way as well, and the culture that she's built here in a short period of time. Obviously, went to school here and grew up here. She's invested in this area, invested in this program. What's it been like playing for her and playing for her, here in Syracuse? Can you speak, I guess, to the culture and the foundation that she's laid down here?
Yeah, Coach Jack is all about fighting. She's all about family. She's all about expressing the fact that winning is easy. And I think if we put our head down and pour into what we love, put the time into it, then no matter what, we'll be successful. She says, we win, we don't lose, we learn.
take us to the final seconds there of that game yesterday. Down one. You guys had the ball for the final 30 seconds there. The ball ends up back in Deaja's hands with time running down, and there's a foul called, and they called it an intentional foul. Can you a lot of people are talking back and forth. Was it an intentional foul? Did the refs get the call right? Can you just share with us, kind of what you saw and your take on that final play?
In that final play, I think Dee was in a position to score. She was wide open, and that's what she does. And I think that foul was just one of those clutch things in the moment, because she was either going to score or, they had to foul her in those final seconds. I think we weren't too worried about us getting to the rim or getting to the foul line. It's just the way things panned out. And having Dee, knowing that she can be that clutch in those situations, was kind of a breath of fresh air for us.
And, along those lines, she steps to the free throw line with the game literally hanging in the balance. Paulie said to me, my co-host here in the last segment, he said, was there any doubt she was going to make both of those free throws? Nope. You knew they were both going in. Can you speak to that a little bit? When you see her at the line with the game, at the free throw line with the game literally on the line, you know she's making them both, right?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. We practice this all the time, shooting free throws and understanding the severity of them, how important they are, and that free throws win games.
Now, this team has obviously picked up several big wins this year. The one at Notre Dame stands out, a place that this program had never won before until this year. And now you knock off a program here in Syracuse that is, a Final Four contender, a national title contender, it seems like every single year. What does this win mean to, and I know they all count the same, but I guess the meaning of this one as you guys move forward now and you creep closer to ACC tournament play and then on to the NCAA tournament, beating a team like Notre Dame and now Louisville, what does this do for your confidence as you get ready for the next stage of the season?
I think this is just one of those eye-opening things for us, seeing how we can max the potential that we already knew that we had. And the more that we continue to learn, grow, and just remain on the same page as a team, as a family, that we can go pretty far if we put our minds and hearts to it.
And now next up, you've got a trip down to Miami on Thursday to take on the Hurricanes. I know that you guys are happy with how things have gone, but you're not satisfied, right? So talk to me about this next game and trying to just kind of keep the momentum going and not having a letdown after coming off a big win.
I think this next game is just going to add more to our competitiveness. I think it's going to show us how we can proceed moving forward as we prepare for the ACC tournament and the NCAA tournament.
Last question from me, Saniaa. Somebody in our chat section at qsportstalk.com mentioned the crowd. And the crowds have been great this year. And every step along the way, as your team continues to win games, it seems like the crowds get bigger and bigger. Can you speak to the support that you're getting from this community and the fans that have been showing up and how much that matters to you and your teammates?
Oh, yeah. The crowd is a big support to us. I think it helps us amplify our voices. It helps amplify, what we bring to the table, not just as a team, but as a university. And I think it just shows that us having a community to stand behind us is important.
Well, listen, Saniaa, it's been a great season to date. Congratulations on all your success to this point and continued success. Best of luck the rest of the way. Thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Saniaa Wilson joining us from there inside the Mello Center. The ladies picking up a big win yesterday, and again, they'll next be in action on Thursday on the road at Miami. Then they're at Virginia on Sunday, so 2 away games. Their next home game is scheduled for February 22nd. That's a week from Thursday inside the Dome against Duke. And with that, we will take a timeout. Phone lines open if you want to check in, talk about the women, talk about the men, talk about the Super Bowl, 315-437-7644. Phone lines open until 1 o'clock. That's when we bring on Isis Young from the ACC Network. We're back after this on ESPN Radio.